Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday, another episode of Ken versus 10. I am Ken. I thought maybe that would be obvious, but some people might not know that I am Ken. Kenny Get Stuff Done, my new name right there. What is up? Jack's Treasures, Mr. Jack Bryan is here. Angie Perfectly Blessed is here. Woohoo! You did, you made it. I'm happy. Excited about that. Excited to see Angie in just a couple of weeks at the Nashville meetup, April 25th through the 27th. Just just going to be a blast. I'll probably be talking about that. It's hump day. Guess what day it is? Mom. Guess what day? Breakdancing Judy watching right next door. And my pop. They're over that way when I'm pointing on the camera, but it's actually that way. And Brendan, it is Ken's day. What is up, Brendan? Big Time Flips is here. How's your weather up there? Man, it's nasty out there today. It kind of quit. Big thunder. All of the warning sirens were going off earlier this morning. We're just supposed to get rain for like the next couple days. And looky here, folks. Hey, Ken, how's this going? It has been a minute, Trish. Nana Tank is here. My long lost friend is here in the chat, hanging out with us on a gray, cold, windy, stormy Wednesday. Mark is here. Mark Turner Productions. Howdy. Ping, another one that I haven't seen for a minute. Ping G is here. Good to see you, Ping. Oh, you know what? I forgot to click the button on that. I typed that in earlier and didn't, yeah, straight garbage, heavy winds all day. It's just supposed to be nasty around here for the next couple days. It is very good to see you. I'm glad that you're hanging out with us today. And there we go. Nana Tink said Ping sent you an email. Somehow she messed up. Ooh. Do tell. Can the rest of us know how you messed up? I don't think you messed up. It was probably just an oversight. Something went a little bit awry. Nana Tink doesn't mess up. So man, I have been busy. I'm a procrastinator. I'm a taxcrastinator. Is that a word? Taxcrastinator? I have been working on my taxes, today being April the 2nd. I've got about a dozen days, a baker's dozen days to get my my taxes completed. And I've been working at that, selling on Whatnot this year was a different. So I got an additional 1099. I got to figure that stuff out. And all of those cost of goods and fees over here. And then, I've kind of have it figured out for my eBay stuff and trying to get everything, all the numbers in order to get the taxes done, to pay. Yeah, how did you mess up? Sure, I do auctions. Yes, I see auctions, and you do some of those with Angie Resells over on Angie Resells channel. Sure, that I have a lot of stuff. Forgot to pull my spreadsheet of free, so I didn't add the free stuff to the boxes. Well, that's not horrible. It sucks if you have to ship them back out and spend that extra money that they didn't get in the box the first time. But Ping is an understanding lady. She knows that things happen. It should just get it next time. Jill is here. The love of my life. Jill is here. Good to see you. Jill tried to do my mother tried to do an April Fool's joke on me yesterday and couldn't do it without giggling. We were talking in a group of friends yesterday. It was April Fool's Day. Did anybody do any April Fool's pranks? Or did you get pranked, perhaps? Like maybe somebody sent you a thing for dill pickled flavored licorice. But has anybody ever pulled a really good April Fool's prank? I'll tell you about mine here in just a minute. No biggie. Just add the freebies in the next order. There you go. She's going to be back to the show. You could throw them in then. How you, Jill? How you, Judy and Fred? Sent all the boxes out already, so all free items are still here. Now I'll have to do another auction. And yes, if they don't buy, just mail the stuff. See, everybody's pretty understanding. If you just explain it to them, everybody's, especially, okay, it's free. You know, the giveaways are great. You just don't want to seem like a person that does that. Oh, you're going to get this free and then not send anything. But people are usually understanding if you explain it to them. Hey, everyone. Sorry I had an issue and getting in the chat thought I was blocked. Oh, so it worked. So that block feature does work. About a dozen different people. Well, I'm going to say 11 of them will be super understanding, and then you'll get that one person. I want my free. Where's my free stuff? How come you, Nana Tank? Don't go to her auctions. She don't send out the free stuff. Yeah, you know how I am. I didn't want to do any more auctions trying to get ready to head back to PA. So stressful. Back from down in Florida up to PA. Yeah, it is stressful. If you haven't, if you don't follow along with Jack's Treasures here on YouTube, they started a new podcast. He and Tracy started a new podcast called What? Not Another Reselling Podcast. And they had an absolutely phenomenal guest on the last episode. I should pull that up and put a link to it. Or Brian, throw a link in there. I'm never prepared for this stuff. I think, oh, I need to do this, but I don't get it done. So Brian, throw a link into your last podcast that has like probably the best guest, not only that you've had so far, but that you will ever have. I mean, it was a phenomenal show and I enjoyed it. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you in Nashville. Yes, it's about 23 days. 23 days, April 25th through the 27th that goes on. Who else is wearing lingerie today? I had to hurry up and scramble and take mine off to get to the show. Oh, really? You think I know how to do that? I'll try to call it up here while I'm talking on stuff. What is up, Lori Happy Picker? Another friend that is coming to Nashville. Get to hang out. Man, this is like a Nashville. It's just the Nashville crowd. Nashville Cats. The Nashville Cats play clean as country water. Been playing since they's babies. Shout out to my pop. He'll get that reference. He'll get that reference. Heck yeah. Yeah, I was sporting a lacy pink number earlier. With a very large cup size. Very large cup size. There we go. There's a link right there to drama or not to drama. That is the question. Episode 3. There, see, Tracy knows. Tracy knows how to do it. Welcome in, Tracy. Good to see you. Hey, I want to throw out something. I was saddened today. Jill sent me a message first thing this morning, and I was truly saddened. I'm gonna throw something up here. Um, Shout out to the Iceman, Val Kilmer, actor, great actor in lots of stuff, and the Iceman passed away today, or maybe last night, or sometime. And yeah, and he also played Batman. Um, I know him mostly. Well, I've seen him as Batman. Seen a lot of his stuff. But as Chris Knight, and hey, did you cha-ching? Did you hear that? We're gonna check that out in a second. Um, but the Iceman from Top Gun movies, and also Chris Knight from Real Genius, a great fun late '80s movie. Um, yes, I'm Your Huckleberry. One of his greatest roles. Oh, I should have clicked on it so people know that we were talking about Doc Holliday. Yes, Susan is here. Susan is here in the chat, back at school after spring break. And so we know last week, if you didn't see last week's episode, it was epic. I can't even explain to you how that worked out. That Susan was in my town running some errands, stopped to get some lunch, and then by some happenstance, Carolyn KK Lewis, that's usually always in the chat, she was parked right beside her in the parking lot. And so there's two people from out of town at lunchtime, both watching my show. And Susan got shafted on getting some napkins, and she was able to. Carolyn ran her some napkins over. That was just cool. But Susan, what are you having for lunch today? We all need to know. We all need to get our week going. After that was I probably should have ended that whole segment because you couldn't get any more epic than that. Yeah, he did play Jim Morrison as well. Val Kilmer, the aforementioned Val Kilmer, who passed away, had been ill for some time, and it was great to see him get to do that last role as the Admiral Kazansky in Top Gun Maverick. Someone is buying my headshots on eBay. Yeah, got a new headshot for Nashville. I want a cha-ching. Well, hopefully everybody will get a cha-ching during the show. If you do, let us know. Let us know what it is. I'm going to look at mine here. Holding my headshot until supply is limited. That is the plan. Until this was last year's Nashville headshot. And so I've got a new one planned, working on that stuff, getting some stickers, getting some stuff for the goodie bags. Susan is having Devore white cheddar mac and cheese today. You can't go wrong with mac and cheese. The only way you can is if it's not Kraft. If it's not Kraft macaroni and cheese, it's the cheesiest. And then I'm sure here in 2 seconds, Brian's going to say, or Jack and Cheese, because he likes to steal all my stuff. Hi, everyone except Brian and Ken, because I told them already. Brendan wants a return. Man, I got way behind on it. I was about to say it. Thanks, Ken. Also, and Lori didn't say hello. Also, I didn't say hello to Jill. Quite an oversight. Quite an oversight. It's tough when everybody's in here. Let's see what I sold. Let's see what I sold, though. Hopefully, it was something really good. And it was. And this is what's super, super cool about it. This is something that I listed on What not on Whatnot. I listed on Ken versus 10 a couple of weeks ago when I actually listed on a show. It was a Nintendo GameCube Sonic Gems. And it sold in so it did sell. I don't know if that's for $74.99. And the cool thing about it is I had just sent out offers this morning, and I had sent out 10% off of that. I had just sent out like a 10% quick offer, taking some, I would take counter offers on it, and it sold at full price of $74.99, which I love that. I love when that happens. You get that activity going of sending out offers. And so I'll get that. I have a couple other things that I packaged up already today. And I got to go out in this nasty weather and take some packages over and stuff. But that's cool. I'll be able to get that one done. Yes, with the Gumby Man is coming to Nashville. The three old guys from Whatnot. It just so happened. Yeah, Jack's an older fella. I'm an older fella. And the Gumby Man, I don't know the Gumby Man's real name. The Gumby Man is also an older fella. And it just so happened on a recent raid train that we were on, we followed each other all in a row. So it was like the old guy segment. Well, Angie, you can, your feet are going to be happy with your Velveeta, with your craft socks on, but your taste buds, not so much with the Velveeta. Now, not that I'm saying Velveeta is bad. I enjoy a Velveeta. If somebody made me a bowl of Velveeta mac and cheese right now, I would be eating it. But I there would just be a little bit of sadness in my heart, just like I was missing something. Yeah, easy money, nice sale. Thank you, Brenda. And I had nothing in that because it was in a lot of video games that I had bought, and I've already made my money, 4 or 5 times over off of that buy. Really? Gumby Man is Kenneth? I thought I was the only Kenneth. I'm the only Kennethy. I am the only Kennethy. What is up, Kristen? A Rule Squirrel hanging out with us today. Or my new name, if you look right down there, Kenny Gets Stuff Done. I've been telling Jill how I don't want to be me anymore. I don't want to be me. I'm going to be somebody else because regular me procrastinates, doesn't get stuff done, doesn't get stuff listed, doesn't get stuff sold, doesn't prepare early for stuff. He's always last minute. And so from now on, I'm Kenny Get Stuff Done. Now I'm changing my name, Kenny Get Stuff Done. And Kenny Gets Stuff Done, he goes to bed at a decent time so he can wake up refreshed and get started with the day. He tries not to take a nap during the day. It's just like, no, just keep going. Just keep working on stuff. He prioritizes stuff, trying to be organized. And so Kenny Gets Stuff Done. That's me now. This is Kenny Get Stuff Done versus 10. I'll have to work on that. I know, Lori. We need to extend the Nashville movie. There's so many people coming. How am I going to get to hang out with them all? I know, right? There's not enough time to get quality time with people. You're going to be able to see people. You're going to be able to hang out. You're going to be able to meet and greet with folks. The meet and greet on the 25th. Go to the Nashville meetup page on Facebook. Gives you all the info that you need. If you're not registered yet, you can register there for the show. There's no cost to it. They just like to know who's coming. But The schedule is all there for all of the events, all of the things that are going to go on. And but the meet and greet on Thursday, Friday, Friday the 25th is just going to be epic. Joe, I'd flip that. Joe and Nicole from I'd Flip That are doing a game show. They've got tons of prizes and giveaways. I think what did they say $500 in prizes? Uh maybe not. Maybe not 500. Maybe it's 50. I forget. Somebody tell me. Somebody said um can procrastination never. Okay, I'm trying to uh where's that at? Where's that at? Yeah, it's very dark out right now. Oh, it's actually kind of light here. We had the storms. They're heading Jill's way. Um, yes, stay aware. Um, can procrastinate? Never. Danny is here. What is up, Danny? Hopefully, your weather, you're probably getting some of this nasty weather today as well. Uh, oh, that's cool. You are heading down, driving there, and going to stay in St. Louis with Deanna. And I assume, Deanna, you are talking from Vendu. From Vendu, Deanna, or formerly from Vendu, still an ambassador spokesperson. Super nice lady. Got to have uh we last year in Nashville got to hang out with her at a dinner. We just all went across the street and had some dinner. I think they said $500 worth of prizes. There's Joe right there. Can you go outside and be the weatherman for us? I could. I could. Eyewitness weather, like Les Nessman from WKRP. Shout out to Les Nessman. What a great TV character. Um, yeah, it's going to be it's going shoot, this chat is jumping so quick. Yeah, the weather has been horrible, but it's going to get like warm, like mid or high 70s today, but stormy and rainy. Um, Joe, did you guys say on your thing you have $500 worth of prizes? Oh, look at this. You heard it here first. Over $700 in prizes during the game show, during the meet and greet. And that is the 25th at 6:30 at Jolly Ollie's. And just like I say, go to the Nashville meetup page and check out all the events. Um, yeah, be careful in St. Louis, Brian. They had a close encounter coming home from the Plains to Profit meetup last weekend. Um, yes, Deanna, formerly of Vendo, super nice lady for sure. Um, and just some other hellos. I think I about caught up there. Um, so where was I? Oh, I was talking about Kenny get stuff done. Trying to get some. I'm working on my taxes now. I talked about that earlier, but also if you watched um the last week's episode of the Unemployed for a Living podcast that I do with Corey from over at Grams of Pops, I had on a guest. Well, Corey was, you know, shirking responsibility and hanging out with all the resellers at the Plains to Profit. I was back home keeping the things moving. But I had on a friend, Mary McQueen. So a lot of you probably know who Mary McQueen is. She's co-host with Mike Metco from Mike Metco Meetups. Oh, I should bring Joe on backstage. Or maybe she's talking someplace else. Joe, you want to pop on? Here, I'll do this. I'm going to do this. Here's a link for Joe to pop on if he wants to pop on real quick, and we'll talk about the game show. If not, no big deal. No big deal. Oh, you have to record the After Dark episode. Gotcha. So yeah, you guys go do that. If you're Nashville or not on the Nashville Flippers channel, the This Week in Reselling podcast, which comes out every Thursday with the guest, and then on Sundays is the After Dark episode. Ooh, where all the juicy stuff gets talked about with the guest. So check out Nashville Flippers page and Yay Joe, Boo Joe, Cujo. I don't even know what that meant. But I was talking about having Mary McQueen on the Unemployed for a Living podcast. And one of the things that she had done, she had actually sold a t-shirt or something that was part of her Amazon kind of affiliate thing, or Amazon like marketing stuff or whatever. But it was a shirt that said "Wake up every day with a Y," and I just thought that was cool. I just thought that was a cool thing. And Kenny Get Stuff Done is trying to wake up every day with a Y. Why do I got to do stuff? Trish, thank you. Good luck on your future auctions and getting those freebies sent out to everybody. Be safe in your travels back to Pennsylvania when you're headed that way. And it is always good seeing you, friend. My friend, we need to catch up. And yeah, the wake up with a why every day. Why am I doing this? And then, then a what? What do I need to do this? And so I'm trying to get stuff done and not be behind I'm currently behind because I've only been Kenny Get Stuff Done for about like 3 or 4 days. But I am trying to go to bed earlier, get up, rested, ready to go for the day, starting out in the morning. And hey, looky here. Where am I at? There we go. Look at this.
I thought Joe, I would. I'm trying to figure. I got an echo going on. Maybe not. Okay.
I love having a guest on.
Hold on. Have an echo. There we go.
Check. Got it.
Yeah, you got to close those YouTube links. I thought I'd jump on for a quick minute while before we got a recorder After Dark because we ran out of time yesterday. So
same guest, just another recording.
Nope, we're gonna do it without Kevin. He's got he's too big time to do. An After Dark.
Oh, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yes, we're gonna talk about what Kevin said, and so.
Can I be Squirrel Sees the Day? Yes, you can. Everybody can change their name to something. Squirrel Sees the Day. There we go.
You have me just for a few minutes, Ken, before I have to go record. So what do you have? What do you want to talk about?
The Nashville meetup, the game show, $700 in over $700 in prizes. Are you spilling anything? Any secrets about what the game show is going to be?
Nothing at all. Nicole keeps grilling me. She's like, "Have you told anybody?" And I'm like, "Nope, I haven't told anybody anything. Nothing at all." So,
well, I loved the little teaser video that came out that you guys posted on Instagram here yesterday or the day before.
Surprisingly,
And
it took only one take. We thought for sure, because I just kept stumbling the words, practicing. I'm like, let's just try this. And
because you're a professional, Joe, that's what
exactly,
it is. You're
right?
a professional.
You get the
You've got
camera
this
on
down.
me, and I am ready to go. I know what to say. Right.
But yeah, I am just super excited about all of that. And anytime you can see again, and I've never seen, I wasn't at the Boss. Now, like 2 years ago, you guys did the game show live at the Boss Reseller Remix out in Vegas.
Yes.
And from what I remember seeing the videos and stuff, it was very well received by the audience. And so looking forward. Wrong show, Joe.
Oh,
wrong show.
Shoot, Ray's here watching. Okay, I can't stay very long. Yeah, so we did 3 15-minute things at the Boss thing. This is just going to be 45 minutes. Boom, it's done.
Boom, boom. It's going to be epic. Good to see you dressed up in one of your
I picked this up at Goodwill last week. It was in like the kids section, and I'm like, this is not for the kids, and this is my Cabana Boy shirt when I got.
I love that with like the Sasquatch or the
right.
I love this. Right? That's about as festive as you can get. And so, Joe, what do you want to say to the people about? It doesn't have to be Nashville meetup. It could be anything. What the floor is yours.
Well, I was hoping you were going to go outside and show us what the weather is. So severe out there.
Right now, it seems pretty calm. I'm looking out a window up here. It doesn't look. It looks windy. I can see the trees going, but skies are bright. They're not blue. They're still gray, but it's not as dark.
Yeah. Minnesota gave us an April Fool's joke and gave us like 3 inches of snow yesterday. So, unfortunately,
you got 3 inches of snow yesterday.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah,
man, just won't give up. Of course, I guess it is Minnesota, and that's
right.
That's going to happen in March.
April now, but yeah,
prolongs the yard sale season. When
I went to a few last week, and there's supposed to be some this week, and now people are like on the marketplace. We might be closed tomorrow, and so yeah, we'll see.
It's getting here. I haven't been to any yard sales yet. Usually I start the season by, I haven't like looked for any, like went out on I find a lot of them on local Facebook stuff and some of the areas. But a lot of times I find them just passing through. Like if I got to go all the way out to the post office, if I'm not dropping stuff off right around the corner, those pass by all of our good neighborhoods, and I haven't seen any signs yet this season. So it's always exciting that first day that you're driving and you see see that sign. So did you find anything good at those sales?
Ken, that was last week. I don't know what I did yesterday. I don't know. But I have to go. They're probably mad over at the other ones. So
yeah, I will let you go.
I'll hop on again maybe next week or something when you do it. So
that sounds
good.
I
got to run. They're not texting me yet, so clearly they're not that mad. But,
yeah, they're all here. They all know that you're busy, that you're here. Brian, the preview video, if you follow I'd Flip That on Instagram, that's where you will see that preview video, and it was shared out by a number of people too. Yep. Exactly. Joe, thanks for popping on for a few minutes, and we will talk soon, my friend. And if not before, we will see you in Nashville.
Yes. Bye, guys.
All right. See ya. Oh, what did I do? I took myself off the screen too. What the heck happened? Okay, there we go. You've seen the rest of my mess. Okay, so we had some people with some new names. Jack Ain't Doing a Thing is his new name. Jack Ain't Doing a Thing. Just got my like button sale, and I'm excited for the game show. Angie, so you had a sale while you were watching the show. That's perfect. And Happy's new name is Happy as making someone grumpy because she ain't listing. That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful, but I think but I looking at that chat over there. But I think you can get something a little more positive. Something a little positive. Let's see. I seen Chris running his hole here. That doesn't suck. Snow is awesome. Suck. Snow is no, it's not. It is not. Build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Hey, Susan, you have a good, quick afternoon for sure. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed your macaroni and cheese, your devour macaroni and cheese. Thought I was blocked again. I keep trying. I keep clicking the button. I'm going to go back up here and see if so we got Squirrel Sees the Day. Jack ain't doing a thing. Some new names to go along with Kenny Gets Stuff Done. Man, that was cool to have Joe on. I love Joe and Nicole at I'd Flip That. The game show, I'm looking forward to seeing it live. I've been on the show, on the recording once before, and I lost. I will admit that I technically I lost. I won like all of the events, but didn't guess the last price. But you know how that goes. And what else? The get my taxes. Oh, here's something else I have coming up. Over on Whatnot. This is fun. Yeah, that's right, Jill. Technically. Yeah, just keep claiming that I'm undefeated. I will admit my defeat when I'm defeated and without loopholes. There are some people in the chat. I'm not going to say, who they are, but some people keep claiming to be undefeated. So, I do have a Whatnot show tonight. It's just a quick one. It's a 5-minute seller shout out, seller showcase. Whatnot seller showcase show from a Discord group that was put together by Jen's Multiverse, Flipping Mimi Texas, and Hanger 909. If you don't know any of those folks, where you been? First of all, where you been? And if not, they put together a new Discord group just for Whatnot sellers that are, want to hang out, want to share their shows, want to do, maybe ask some questions of some seasoned sellers like Jen, Hanger, and Mimi. And oh yes, and you know what? I forgot. I'd seen you in here earlier. Mike Metco meetups. Ken, let's face it, you are the king of the loophole. You are 100%. I should change my name to Kenny Loophole. I get Mike. I'd seen you. The chat was moving. I was talking with Joe there. I did see you pop in. And Mike, thank you for lending Mary to me last week on the to record on the podcast while you were out in or over in Omaha at the Plains to Profit. And very, very nice lady. You can see more of Mary and Mike on Mike Metco meetups here on YouTube, and the post on Instagram, post on Facebook, everywhere. And Mike is another one that is going to Nashville. What time is that show tonight? It is at 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. So it's only 7:40 to 7:45. It's a 5-minute show just to kind of showcase yourself, let people know what kind of things that you have coming up. Do a giveaway. I am doing a giveaway, and that will be just a quick one. But the fun one that I have coming up, the M&Ms, Mike and Mary are the best. Yes, there we go. And they melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Oh wait, that might be the wrong product. Never mind. Some days it's just for me, folks. I have to ship an egg. I have to ship an egg. Start doing Gigi stuff. Grandma Gigi. What show's tonight? Oh, Angie, it's a just a 5-minute show on Whatnot for it's a seller showcase put on by Jen Hanger 909, Jen's Multiverse Hanger 99, and Flippin' Mimi Texas. They started a Discord group for Whatnot sellers, and all the people that are in the Discord and stuff can are participating in the show, and it's just a 5-minute, 7:40 p.m. to 7:45, and you just shout yourself out. You tell people what you sell, what you do, let them see your personality, maybe get a few followers, do a giveaway. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. How you feeling, Brian? Yeah, Brian got a little under the weather there in Omaha. But I think he bounced back. There we go. A ton better, Mike. I was so upset I couldn't be live with you, but Tracy was awesome. Yes, Tracy is always the better half of Jack's Treasures. I don't even want to say that she's the better half. I'm sorry. She is the whole of Jack's Treasures. And Brian is just kind of like a hanger on. He's just there, and in the background. That's what you get. Crack myself up. Yes, exactly. Mike Metco meetups is still going strong. I have to ship an egg. This is a show on Whatnot started by Jen's Multiverse. It's called the Excellent Shipper Raid Train. Jill or Chris or somebody that can do that easily, can you throw up a link either to that show from Whatnot or to just my page in general? I would appreciate it. If you can, easily. But it's the Excellent Shipper Raid Train. And you have to ship a raw egg. And you ship it to, okay, who's ever on the train, the person that you raid into, they buy your egg from you and you ship it to them. Then on their show, they're going to open up your packaging live on there and see if your egg made it without cracking or being damaged or whatever. Now, the rules state that you can ship any egg. You could ship a hard-boiled egg. You could ship a plastic Easter egg. You could ship an ostrich egg, whatever you want. You could ship a little fun glass egg, except if you ship a regular raw egg or any raw egg, it could be a chicken egg, a duck egg, a whatever, ostrich egg. If it gets to the next buyer intact without breaking or being cracked or whatever, then you get put into a drawing with all of the other sellers that successfully sent their with all of all the other sellers that successfully got their egg, you get put in a drawing. And it's just again to showcase different sellers, because let's face it, some sellers ship better than others. I mean, I've seen some folks out there that'd take a raw egg and put it in a poly mailer and send it and go, oh, I don't know, the post office damaged it. But yes, I do follow Brian or Brian and Tracy, I should say. I am shipping an egg to Ken. The egg is already sitting outside in 80-degree weather so that it's nice and rotten. There we go. Jill's throwing out some links to the show, and Brian's got one there. You want to bookmark that, I would appreciate it. That is on the 12th. We're supposed to ship out our eggs this coming Monday on the 7th so that the person gets them and has them in time for the show. And so I think I've got a pretty good plan with Jill's help, with Jill's idea, which I think is brilliant, for shipping the egg out. And I forget, who do I raid into? Who is going to get my egg? Eggs. I'm going to try to put this in here and see if I can see when is my show. I don't even know when my show is. I guess Jill. Okay, Jack's Treasures is on at 4:50. I'm on at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And it's only a 10-minute show. So the person that is after me does not have their show scheduled yet. I'm trying to look and see who if the schedule is out there. I don't know. I'm gonna quit doing this live. I'll have to see who I ship to, but hopefully they'll get my package and they won't like shake it up ahead of time so that they of course it's going to be so secure. It's not going to really matter. So yeah, that's got one coming up. We're on a rock and roll raid train. All rock and roll items. Tracy's looking it up. Thank you. See who I raid into. But I'm looking forward to that. I started out the show earlier talking about that yesterday was April Fool's Day and asked if anybody did any pranks or pranked anybody. I think one of my best pranks that I had pulled was actually on my folks that are watching right next door. A few years ago, they had put up some like outdoor like security cameras. One's out front, to kind of catch the front driveway and the doors, and then one out back that kind of catches the backyard and some sheds that they have out there. So I went, well, it was in the middle of the night. It was like 2:00 in the morning at that time it would have been April the 1st is when I did it. So I had a black hoodie on, kind of a black, keeping my face all down, a black hat, black pants. And I made my way over into their yard like I was skulking. I was skulking my way back to the sheds. And I'm back there and I'm trying to get the locks. I'm trying to get that stuff off. I'm kind of, just messing with things. And then I can't get in there. So I make my way up to the back porch. They have kind of like a screened in back porch. And so the camera is right there at the edge of the garage facing out there. So I'm back up at the garage and I'm like jiggling the door handle. I'm trying to get into the house. And so then it's like, I look up and I see, oh shoot, there's a video camera. And then I make my way over, like I'm going to, stop the video camera. And then in my coat, in my black hoodie, I had a sign that I had made that said April Fools on it. And so I go up to the camera, like I'm going to get it. And then I take my hoodie off and I hold up my April Fools sign and then, give them an April Fools and head back home. But because I know in the mornings, they check the footage to see if there was anything on the camera, which most of the time ends up to just be like animals, all the neighborhood stray cats and some groundhogs, and occasionally there'll be a deer in the backyard, which we kind of live. Well, there's a big field across the street where the deer come from, but don't see many of them. But I knew they were going to watch the footage first thing when, there was something that was detected on the camera. And so, that whole buildup of me going out to the thing in the shed. And so I got them really good on that. So has anybody else did a good prank, or did you get pranked yesterday? Elise Randoms. No, this is dangerous to do in Georgia. Yes, in my neighborhood, nobody else could really see because the yards are kind of fenced in and stuff. I'm a rating Elise Randoms. Elise Randoms. So if you go out and you find Elise Randoms on Whatnot and you bookmark her show, you'll be able to see if my egg made it there safely. And that is on the 12th, which I think is what? Is that next Saturday? It's Saturday. I was thinking Friday, but it is next Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully with my idea, and Angie's got them bookmarked. Hope that I can make them. Turn on those notifications. It'd be great to see you there. And not really selling anything on that show. Like tonight, I'm not really selling anything on the 5-minute show. So anyway, that should be fun. I am looking forward to it. What else? What else is going on? I think that's probably about it. I'm going to package up that video game that I sold earlier, and along with a couple other things that I already did my packaging. And then, yes, yeah, I am doing giveaway. That's the whole thing. It's a 5-minute show to showcase yourself, but also doing a giveaway of something that either represents you or something that you sell, items that you like to sell, just to show people who you are and what you do, so they can bookmark those future shows and hopefully come back and be a buyer, which will be fun. Yes, my mother tried to pull an April Fool's prank on me yesterday to tell me that Ray had actually messaged her. She didn't know how Ray got her phone number to be able to text her, but as soon as she started to giggle, and it's like, okay, I know that you're just messing with me. Alicia, howdy to those who attended Planes to Profit. And Ken, yes, Alicia, have you recovered? Are you fully recuperated from not just like the actual activities and the thing, but this was a whole year in the making from last year. Pretty much when you're doing a great meetup event like that, as soon as you are done with last year's, you have to start preparing for this year or the next year. So are you fully rested and recuperated from that weekend? Well, Jill, she didn't get me yesterday because she started to giggle as she started to do her prank, but she didn't get me. Just hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. There are people in here that were at the Planes to Profit for sure. It looked like a fun event. Where's my other sign? My hashtag FOMO sign that I hold up. You know, anytime I miss an event and then I start to see, especially when all of my friends are there, um, uh, and I start to see their IG posts and stuff of they're having fun on a party bus. Yeah, I missed out on the Balls raid train. Um, there was a raid train yesterday for testicular cancer awareness. Um, and yes, I had got a notification like Brian had asked me about it. Way too late. I was unable to prepare anything for it, but I did follow along with a few people, and it's a great, just like with breast cancer awareness and stuff, get those tests, get checked. I won't be surprised later on. Alicia needs a solid 8 to 10 business days to recover. But in all seriousness, I have been staying in and listing stuff from the hoarder house we picked. Yes, I heard the stories about that as well. But yeah, it does take a while. Yeah, 8 to 10 business days to recover. I like how she's on business days, she's going to have her weekends. She's going to have fun. She's going to do her weekend stuff and rest, during the business days. Of course, why wouldn't you? Um uh Elisa and Corey and Teresa did a superb job organizing the meetup. That they did from what I could see. Plus, I talk to Corey every week, number of times during the week. And just, hearing that full year worth of setup to get things organized and get the events, get the restaurants, get the party bus, get the speakers at the event all set up. And then to just have it go off without a hitch, and everybody that comes to the meetup just gets to kind of have like a seamless experience. They get to hang out, have fun, talk with people, all be very inclusive with one another. And it just, the amount of work that goes into it, it cannot, just saying, what an amazing job that they did or whatever is, you can't say enough about organizers of any event. And Alicia is an amazing picker. She is. I've been out with Alicia picking, and she has a great eye, and just watch her shows. You see the type of stuff that she's listing or that she's selling. Definitely a great picker, reseller, event organizer, all of that. Oh yes, and I did hear that Mike took the mic, and Mike dropped, at the end. Mike was all over that, speaking to the crowd. Well, it's all true. It's all true, Alicia, for sure. Lots of time and effort and work goes into all of that stuff. Yeah, the weather's doesn't look like it's kicked back up yet, but I know we got some more stuff coming on the way. So I think I am going to shut this down for another week, another episode of Ken versus 10. Go ahead and get this other package done up. I love getting a live online or a live sale. And yeah, love getting a live sale, especially when it's something that I listed on Ken versus 10, which we all know doesn't happen very often these days, just with my schedule. But can he get stuff done? He might start doing listing on this show again. So it'll be a true Ken versus 10 and not just Ken running his mouth. Because Ken running his mouth doesn't really have a good flow to it. But it's true. It's usually the way that it goes each week. So, I appreciate everybody hanging out today, and for all the people that I'm going to see in Nashville 23 days, 23 days from now. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm sure we'll be talking about that as the excitement builds over the next few weeks before the event. Maybe we'll get Joe back on here. Maybe we'll get Ray, the Nashville flipper. Maybe we will get yes, although we are used to that. That's right. Kenny runs his mouth. Oh, look at that. I printed out I don't know how you guys do your packaging and stuff, but every package that I send out from eBay, I actually print out. I don't want to show addresses. I'll print out the packing slip for it, and I put this little sticker on there that I do with my thing. This one says, "Scan the code, save the seller," and a thank you. Well, Kenny hasn't listed anything yet. Kenny got up this morning, packaged up a few things first, because it's like, that's what I have to get. If nothing else, I have to ship. And so I got that done, and I am working on my taxes, and I'm really close to just doing all the form work. Actually, I could probably start that, and I probably will do that this afternoon. I have all of my expenses, all of my deductions, all of that stuff figured, mileage and all of that stuff figured. I have all of my sales figured. I'm just kind of given that form that I did. I made my own Excel spreadsheet form to do that. And we'll get ready to go online and actually input those numbers to submit them for my taxes. And so I might have that done later today. But I'm going to try to get out and beat this next line of storms that comes in. I'll do the last packaging of this item that sold and get it done. So everybody have a great week. We'll see you around on all of your shows, all of your lives, all of your videos, your Instagrams. If you're a Whatnot seller, we'll see you on Whatnot. And yes, definitely be safe. Everybody that's in this line of storms doesn't look pretty. So enjoy your week, and we will see you next Wednesday on Can He Get Stuff Done versus 10.